Moments in Time and a Song and a Rhyme. It's Rhyme and Reason 383.
There's a rhyme and reason for your life. There's a rhyme and reason why.
Hey there, Tony here, coming at you with some more rhyme and reason. And what is it going to be? Is it going to be a rhyme? Is it going to be a reason? Is it going to be a reason with a rhyme with a reason? Well, we're going to have all that. And I'm glad you're here with me. I'm sharing a song today that I captured, like I said, in Moments in Time, way back when, way back. I was, I think I mentioned before how I spent a year of what I considered prolific songwriting in Nashville. Remember, that's a little place in, what's that state? Tennessee. Yeah, Tennessee, Nashville, where they call it Music City. Anyway, that was back in the year of 92, 93. I was in there part of 92, part of 93 for a year. And I was under the mistaken impression back then that record companies were always looking for something new. And before you think anything else, no, this isn't actually sour grapes, because I know I'm basically not a country and western singer-songwriter. I know that. And the nice folks in the land of the Grand Ole Opry confirmed this for me when I was there. But I will always be grateful for my time there, because it helped me create and capture quite a few magical moments in time. And one of the songs that I wrote during my time in Nashville was around Christmas of that year we were there. Elgeline and I love to take drives and, see the lights and decorations. I'm sure you've done that. And go through the various neighborhoods and see what people are putting up. And one of the times we drove through one of the older parts of the city, I noticed a few different small groups of singers on street corners. Imagine that, Music City, and there were singers out on the street corners. What a coincidence. That's not a coincidence. That's Music City. Well, anyway, they were a pretty diverse group, as I noticed. Sometimes there were people that were hanging out together that didn't look like they fit together, which was pretty cool. I mean, they were singing Christmas songs, and a lot of times that brings people together. So anyway, I guess I made a mental note of it. And then a few days later, we watched an old black and white movie about a grumpy old rich man. And I can remember that part of it, but I don't really remember what the movie was. But you've seen it, even if you haven't seen it, because it's a theme used in I don't even know how many movies. You've seen this theme in the movies, I'm sure. So anyway, I had a dream after watching that movie about a cat in a large house. Now, I'm sure that dream was probably triggered by that movie, but it wasn't connected to the theme of the movie at all. It just was, I don't know, I guess there was something in the movie. Maybe I saw a cat and he had a particular look. I don't recall. It's all a little bit vague, but being a songwriter, I decided that I would use the dream as part of a song idea that I've been working on. And as it turned out, the dream became a second, what I called a vignette, in a two-part song I wrote to capture two moments in time. And I'm going to share that song with you right now. And it's a fairly long song, but I hope you'll enjoy it. It's called Magic Little Moments, and I'll be right back.
There was a ukulele lady on a corner by a Christmas tree, and a banjo bandolero with a turquoise pinky ring. Behind them was a biker who was tapping on a tambourine, and a girl whose lips were moving but you couldn't even hear her sing. And the shoppers did that shuffle that they do when the snowflakes fall. Every now and then a spark would dance through a neon light. The taxi cabs would jockey for position by her store's front door, and that quirky band of minstrels played the music for nothing all night. Oh, those magic little moments. Oh, 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 oh. That but he knew he had appointments in the morning that he couldn't be late for. He was up at the crack of dawn and headed downstairs fast, so he could chase those little prisoners and go sliding across the marble floor. Oh, oh, those magic little moments. Oh, 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 that somehow slip by. Those magic little moments, those sacred vignettes that fade out with the blink of an eye. Oh, those magic little moments. Oh, 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 that somehow slip by. Those magic little moments, those sacred vignettes that fade out with the blink of an eye. those sacred vignettes that fade out with the blink of an eye.
Yeah, those sacred vignettes that fade out with a blink of an eye. Well, that was the magic little moments. You kind of get that vision in there, I hope, that I talked about, described. And that song really turned into quite a musical mental journey for me. Like I said, it's over 7 minutes long, and I had some gear back then that just got me further into the sequencing part of songwriting. And I'm sure besides me, probably no one but Elgeline likes it. But for several reasons, it's actually one of my favorites that I've written. I enjoyed putting it together, and I enjoyed building the instrumentation and using the gear that I had at the time. But most of all, I enjoyed writing the lyrics. It just, I don't know, there were things that just rolled out that fit, the description. There was a ukulele lady. That's one of those things, that ukulele lady. I don't know, there's something about that I like. And a banjo bandolero, that just seemed to make sense. And he had a turquoise pinky ring. I mean, those are the kind of things that when they popped out, I'm like, yeah, I like that. Those are the kind of things that get me, I guess. And then the biker who's tapping on a tambourine. But it just kind of reminded me of days gone by when, like you see in the old black and white movies where people are walking up and down the streets, walking inside to get their last-minute Christmas gifts, and the snow's falling and all that. Just kind of reminded me of that, and I kind of wanted to capture that a little bit in a song. So just wanted to share that with you. Thought that might be fun, kind of a little change of pace here on the Rhyme and Reason podcast. That's pretty much it. I don't have any great theological treatise to share with you today. Just wanted to share a magic little moment with you. I hope it was for you too. And, send me some feedback. If you liked it, say do more of that. If you didn't, say do less of that. Not that I'll change my mind, but it could help. Anyway, thanks so much for being there. It means the world to me. It really and truly does. Thanks for helping me grow this podcast. I actually saw that I'm being ranked in different areas, and somebody sent me an email. They want to help me do even better with that, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, I credit that with you. Credit you for that, for listening, tuning in. And it's always brought to you by TonyFunderburk.com, maker of fine words and music, merch and books, and rhymes and reasons. And as always, life has rhyme and reason because God made you.
There's a